Hello,
Hello everyone, Michael Anfield here
Aurora Nanda
from Peaceful Village Raw Vegan Healing Community.
from Amazon Jungle. Yeah.
Yeah, Ecuador. So, in this video we want to talk about our experience living in the jungle in Peaceful Village for 1 year. What did we experience? How did we experience this? And what did we experience? So would you like to start your story of how you what you experienced or how you experienced this jungle?
Yeah.
And by the way, this is one of our rivers. You unfortunately cannot see the waterfall cascades because it's too loud and the angle is not proper. But this is Rio Libertad is what we call this river, and it's very beautiful. She's a very beautiful river, very pristine.
Yeah. Well, my first year living at Peaceful Village, what can I say? Many, many things, truly. I think the first thing is that this kind of natural environment invites you to live in your own dimension fully. Like immersing yourself in your reality, in your surroundings, in yourself, and forgetting about anything else. So, in this time, for example, I have no desire to be online, to scroll, to be on social media, and these kind of things, because you're so relaxed here, because you're so peaceful here, because you're connecting with everything here. So you don't want what is outside. In fact, when we go to town for certain groceries,
Just the jungle.
yeah, when we go to town for certain groceries, and we have some internet to communicate with our families, friends, and other people, we discover that it's a very, very painful war out there. Then you know that Israel is bombarding Palestine and bombarding Israel,
Well,
and Ukraine.
That's something I don't care about, and I never pay attention because it's all
Yeah.
fabricated.
With Russian with Ukraine and Europe suffering, and the war hitting, and the climate change, and again vaccinations, and coronavirus is mutating, and all this kind of stuff that you don't see here. You
Yeah.
are in your own peaceful bubble, and you're just basically aware about the snake around there, about the beautiful bird flying in the sky, about the fruit that you're going to eat, about the partner or people around you, and that's all. You forget about everything, and it's not selfish, because this is how nature works. And nature give you the opportunity just to experience your surroundings, what is in front of you. So nowadays, with this virtual world, that this parallel metaverse world, we are overwhelming our brains. We are overwhelming our beings, and responding a lot of messages and a lot of things. So this is burning out human's nervous system. So here, it's not about that. We live here without electricity. It's my first time in my life that I'm living without electricity, completely off-grid. That is another level. It's amazing, because you have to live here according to the sun. So when the sun goes up in the morning, you wake up, and when the sun comes down, you go to sleep. So we are sleeping here at 6:30 p.m. And that's the time that we go to bed. Before, in my life, as earlier, I could go at 10:30, at 11 p.m., very late, and with a lot of artificial light. Here, no, it's getting dark. You go to your bed, and that's all. In the morning, you wake up naturally with no alarm clock, with no nothing. It's completely surrounding, connecting with nature, flowing with what it is. So that's That's beautiful. Another thing, for example, is that this kind of life invites you to be simple, to simplify your life in many ways. One of that is the diet, for example. In society, everything is complex. A lot of elaborated meals, a lot of many dishes with a lot of heavy combinations and a lot of starches and deep fried things. Here is different. Here, because it's less dense, the environment, you are more satisfied with less dense food too. So you feel fine with some fruits. When you craving a little bit more density, then you eat more avocados or morete or aguaje, is a Amazonian fruit here, or iñacus. That is another Amazon fruit here that is kind of fatty. And you were fine with that. And because we don't have electricity, we don't blend anything, we don't use a lot of artifacts. So then you just need to peel your fruit or chop your vegetables. And we have a manual juicer, so we juice manually certain juices when we thirsty, and the rest basically is very, very simple.
Well, we have a little hand food processor, manual food processor. So that is
Yeah,
good
for
too.
some salads.
Yeah.
So
Doesn't really work that well, but it's good enough.
yeah, it's your life is more simple, so you need less because there's no electricity. You don't need TV. You don't need radio. You don't need machines.
Well,
Also,
eventually we will have electricity and internet on part of the land. So let's see how that goes. But electricity not from the government, from our own alternative sources.
yeah, and yeah, it's beautiful. It's more simple in every aspect, and yeah, things are less elaborated, and you don't need so much stuff, and you are more here living fullest but simple at the same time. So invites you to connect with nature. You can see a lot of biodiversity, like a lot of birds, exotic birds that you never seen before, and you never even hear about it. A lot of butterflies with different combinations and colors, so beautiful. So it's another level. It's another experience. I love it. I can say that there's a lot of healing. So that's another thing. This invite to heal, to see inside, because there's no so much distractions. There's no internet, there's social media, music, movies, and all this kind of stuff. You are with the silence of nature, with your own noise, with your own mind. So you have more time to be aware what is in your thoughts and to analyze them and to feel them, experience them, and face them. The same with your feelings, with your emotions, the up and downs. You can see the waving and you face them, because you cannot escape here of your own mind. You cannot escape because there's no distractions here. You need to face everything what you're feeling right away. So it's beautiful. It's another level of life that I think everybody deserves to experience. And also what I notice is the luxury of the private or personal space. Like, for example, when we are in society, we are so packed to each other. All the condos or apartments or houses are so tied to each other. Everything is crowded. The subway, the transportation, everything is so tied to each other, so confined, you know.
Yeah.
Here, you become wild. You become more free. You have more personal space for yourself.
You cannot tell we're wild. All the hair,
So yeah,
all the hair.
Yeah. So you
We are
don't
wild.
you don't yeah you are not into that. Now I forgot what I was saying because Michael was doing things. So now I lost my idea what I was saying. What I was talking about.
We were talking about being wild.
Yeah, that. So about being wild, you see that everyone here is wild. So you see the snake completely free, sliding everywhere. You see the birds, no in cages, completely flying, and you reclaim your freedom here. You become less domesticated here.
Yeah.
So now you understand that society is packing you, is tightening you, is confining you. So here is whole nature is for you. You feel wild, you feel free, you feel more powerful. That's amazing too. That's another feeling that I have here.
Is there anything else you want to say?
There's so many things, but I think for now I think this is
Excellent. And I feel very similar. But my journey here it's incredible here. There's no words that can really explain how living in nature, in the jungle, the wild jungle. This is not even the wild jungle, because a lot of lands around here are cut. Many people cut for growing one or two crops to feed to the animals, farmed animals, or for grazing animals like cattle and chickens and other animals. But when we got this land, I was singing. My heart was so in joy and happiness in getting this land. And I was like, this is the land that we need to get. And then when we went to the second river, we said, yes, this is the land. And what I want to say about this land, this experience in the jungle, is really about the deceptions or the myths surrounding living in the tropical jungles of the world. Now, many people think, oh, those places in Central and South America, they must be so dangerous. And there must be tigers and lions and snakes and scorpions coming after you and biting you and infecting you, and you can die, and there's no transportation to go out, and that's not how it is. When our level of consciousness goes up, when we start to do a lot of spiritual inner work, and we start to do the least harm we can and the most good in this world, we start to realize, and we start to do a lot of meditation and praying and all this kind of stuff. We start to align ourselves with the harmony of nature. So what happens? We had many encounters with snakes. Absolutely very, very close encounters. Absolutely none of them had any intention to harm us. In fact, the opposite. Many of them were scared, or many of them were mesmerized by who they were seeing, or what they were seeing. And I noticed that when they do bite, for example, I got bitten supposedly by a scorpion one time, and a small little spider, well, kind of medium-sized spider, that is very common, but I'm not sure her name. And nothing happened. With the spider, I was okay in 1 or 2 hours, 3 hours, something like that. And with the scorpion, I was inflamed for about maximum 2 or 3 days. Second or third day I was much better, and I was able to walk, I was able to do everything. So I think they're not really here to harm us, they're just here to protect themselves. And people think this is a wild, dangerous place. And in fact, in the city, because we're more cramped, in the cities and towns we're more cramped with more people, and people are so stressed out, and people are so and hate and anger and all these bad emotions and they want to get ahead, and So they steal and they kill and they do whatever they can in order to make it ahead, and then it's more dangerous. More dangerous, more also government is dangerous, more dangerous than anything, because once they, like the coronavirus, COVID, they basically they want to shut down everything. Hey, there's no food anymore. Then what we're going to do? So if we're starting to grow all of our own food, especially in the tropics, or at least the subtropical areas, growing our own food, and I mean all year round, growing our own food, then we have a better chance to survive whatever shutdown. If a shutdown is going to happen for many weeks or many months, we have a better and more chance to survive. So my experience here, and we've only been here a year, and in the beginning, plants were dying. We were planting different fruits and fruit trees, and they were dying, and seeds, and nothing was working out. And then we were learning a lot about growing, and yeah, right now we have a river, a land, almost 22 hectares with 3 beautiful rivers and some streams and waterfalls and cascades and so forth. And the 3 rivers are dividing the land. So we are right now working on a small part of the land that we call Tierra Libertad, and this is actually called, this river is called Rio Libertad. And on that part of the land, we've actually, most of it, we've already planted with a lot of fruit trees and different plants, different fruiting plants. Some vegetables and herbs, but not many, because it's kind of hard to grow these types of foods here. But we had a lot of problems, and now we have a lot of beautiful plants coming up and growing, so we're very excited about that. So 1 year, next year we'll be able to harvest some of it. Now we're harvesting some. We're harvesting ají, which is capsicum, sweet and
Hot peppers, yeah.
hot peppers, but sweet peppers too, sweet small bell peppers, and
Habanero.
habanero. It seems like it's habanero. They're habanero.
Tomatoes.
Small little cherry tomatoes, some Nenejía de Monte, and also Nenejía hybrid, and some other small little
Turmeric, ginger.
harvesting some of that. Yeah, so that is excellent. We're buying the rest of our food, which is in our other video we have posted. We have how much food costs in our weekly grocery haul that we have there, so you can check that out. And I don't know if you can post it. We can post it over there on the corner, but we'll post it in the video description, the other video. But basically, overall, I feel so much more safe here, so much more happy, so much more amazing in this land, and especially with my amazing partner of almost 3 years now. So it's incredible. It's an incredible land. I don't know what to say. People have to experience it for themselves. But one thing I can definitely say is that a person, anyone who is coming from a toxic lifestyle, living in the towns and cities for decades, and are used to beautiful birds singing, they are so addicted to their entertainment and to all the frivolous things of society. They may not like this kind of living. They might think it's boring. They might think, 1 week is good enough for me, and then I want to go home. But truly, when we analyze what is happening in society, when we start to get away from all of this distractions of society, and come back to nature, we connect with nature, because that's the whole thing. People feel lost because they're so disconnected with nature. And that's what I was missing. Even as a vegan, I was so depressed, not because I wasn't making a lot of money, not because I wasn't working enough, not because I was just trying to make it, because I was disconnected from nature.
Yeah, we are forced, as human beings, we're forced to be human doings. Being productive all the time, as busy as better, And that mentality is from a harmful society that just needs slaves. So here everything happens in slow motion. Everything is just about being,
Yeah.
about existing and experiencing your existence. And that's all. No, no such a hurry to go to work, to go to this, to do that, to be successful, to accomplish many tasks at the same time. No, but here you slow down.
Yeah.
You just mesmerize with a flying bird, with a snake, with butterfly. You have the time to observe even a butterfly uh, going around, and you no hurry. You have all the time of of the world to do whatever you want, just to be in a hammock. So what I noticed is that I'm becoming lazy here. I was also a very busy girl before, into business and studying at university and my profession, and then working and studying at the same time and selling something. Um, and I also live in several very busy cities in the world, like New York, Manhattan, and like Mexico City, San Francisco, and other big cities. Um, and here is different. Here is like, don't care about anything. You don't care about being successful. You don't care about impress anyone. You don't care about being productive to someone, to society, to your boss, to your job, to your company. You forget about that. It's about deep life. It's about experiencing life, just being, just observing, just feeling it. So
Well,
that's
well,
it.
just one thing. We don't just be. We actually do work in Peaceful Village, and we do our forestry, and we do cleaning, and we do the internal work that needs to be done, all the foundational work,
Yeah.
all the documents, all the. Right now, we're also working on a book called The Way We Heal for the Healing Center that we're going to be having in the future. So this is something that we are working on slowly.
Yeah.
But physically, a lot of things have transformed this year. We had a lot of things happening, and because this was a raw land that we got, ultimately we had to get workers, and we had to supervise workers, and we had a lot of problems with workers, and we had a lot of problems with different people, and people don't like this kind of lifestyle, living without internet or electricity or without amenities of society, and they were bored, you know. And so we did our best. We're doing our best here in Peaceful Village, creating this. And if you're interested, come join us. You can fill out one of the appropriate applications online.
Yeah.
And anything else you want to say about this wonderful life in the jungle?
Well, basically, everybody deserves, every human deserves this kind of experience. I feel very blessed. I feel very unique and privileged to be here. I know that many people cannot afford to quit their jobs, the slavery system, and forget about everything and disconnect to connect. I know many people cannot afford that. I know that many people have a lot of impositions from society to take care of. But for your own well-being, for your own true healing, for your own life gift, you have to experience this. You have to clean yourself. You have to slow down. You have to forget everything and become simple and going deeper in yourself. Peaceful Village is not just a place for us. It's a place that our generous heart want to share with you. We are waiting for those beautiful souls that want to experience this too. We're waiting for guests, volunteers, visitors, even community members that want to live in a more harmonious way without harming any animal, without harming ourselves in the process, no obeying injustice laws, stupid laws. You know.
We're anarchists
Yeah.
at heart.
And and come here to embrace your own life. So yeah, basically it's a beautiful year. In fact, we have 3 years somehow around, about 1 year living here, exactly here in Peaceful Village.
Yeah.
So
We got the land even before, about 6 months or so before, but we didn't start living on the land until the end of the
December,
year.
yeah, until December.
Yeah.
So we are now exactly 1 year living here.
Yeah, and I
Because it
wanna,
was not ready, because we had to at least make a cabin and
yeah.
do certain
We were
small
living in a
things.
tent, and there were a lot of challenges here. So
Yeah,
now there's much less challenges, of course. Still a lot of challenges because we don't have the infrastructure, we don't have everything up and running, and we don't have a lot of people as we would like.
yeah.
But one thing I like to say, the last thing I'd like to say about people visiting here is that people have to be in a right state of mentality in order to visit these kinds of places. Being in a completely pristine, beautiful, non-entertainment, non-progressive place like the jungle, like nature. We are so disconnected from nature, but at the same time, when we go to nature, we want to run away from nature because we're scared that we're disconnected.
That's another thing, that here your fears operate in a different way. So I observed by myself when I just arrived to this place, I was a little bit more scared about wild animals and what could happen in the jungle. And when I saw, for example, my first snake, I was absolutely in panic. My heart was beating so fast, tick, 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 tick. And you know, I never saw a snake so close to me. And here I saw many different types of snake. You don't know what to expect from, because some of them are so huge, some of them are so thick, some of them are so thin, and different colors. You don't know what type of snakes are.
And they're camouflaged in the bushes
And
and the plants.
And still I'm scared. I'm not saying that I'm completely out of fear, but my
I'm less
fears,
fearful. Yeah.
yeah, that guy, he is more courageous. He doesn't care. He's walking, and he doesn't care. Me still, I'm more in, you know. But what I notice is that I'm reacting less and less and less fearful. So compared for my first snake, that I was basically out of control, now I'm more relaxed. Now because I'm more getting accustomed to see them, and I notice that they don't have the intention to harm me, and they basically are enjoying a little bit the sun or hunting some insects or going for food. They're truly not interested to harming me. So I relax more.
Sometimes when they see us with a machete, sometimes they get a little bit fearful.
Yeah.
But yeah, me too. I used to be so fearful when I was a child of spiders and millipedes and centipedes, but over time I got used to them. I was even scared of cockroaches, and we have many of them. We have many grasshoppers. We have many different animals all around, and it's just living with them is like, wow, part of our family now. They are part.
Yeah, in fact, we're sleeping in our cabin close to our tent with a tarantula. She made her own tent with the web, how do you call
The
it?
spider web
Spider web, very beautiful
tent,
tent she made for herself, and she's living there for months, and she never had a bite. She's in her own space. In fact, one time it seemed that she was kind of in giving birth, and she had several days struggling with that. So it's different, you know. Now I don't see her, a tarantula, or it's a scorpion. I see them and they see us and they just are in their own place. For example, for several days there was a scorpion in the tomato box, and for us was even a blessing because when he was there, no other animals like crickets
crickets and grasshoppers,
grasshoppers.
and also cockroaches.
yeah, they were not eating our tomatoes while he was there. So for us it was
Yeah.
even nice to have a scorpion taking care of our tomatoes.
Also, we had a Brazilian wandering spider also for a period of time in our boxes. They love to live in the fruit boxes,
Yeah.
and they were protecting our fruits too, so that they wouldn't be eaten.
Yeah, so I'm not saying that I'm completely out of fear, but slowly I'm noticing that my fears are replacing for love. So I'm loving them. I'm loving now the snake. I don't see her so much with fear
Yeah.
and scared and such an ugly being. Now I see him a little bit more different. Like, wow, she's lovely. She's still in stillness, way of life. She's just taking some sun. She's kind of nice. She's beautiful, and I don't want to harm her. And the same with scorpion. Oh, so cute. Oh, I see. Oh, so cute. So slowly, I think that is everything is becoming more about unconditional love for everything and everyone, including wild animals that are poisonous. I'm working on that. Still, if I see snakes so close to me, still a part of me is scared because all the indoctrination. But in a year, it's less fear and more love. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically
The only one thing I'm well, I'm not really fearful of, I just don't like, is spiky plants. The ones that can spike you when you're stepping. They have little thorns on their branches or their leaves, and they stab you. So we're gonna see how that works with salak. We don't have so much experience with snake fruit, salak. So that supposedly can pierce bones. So let's see how that works. We're gonna be planting them. We have a few there, and we have also amazing fruits available in Peaceful Village, like fruit trees that we are growing, and many other plants that we're going to be also posting soon on our website. All the plants that we have, ones that are bearing fruit, the ones that are all of that. So that's gonna be great to do. So you can see all the stuff that we're doing, all the plants, all the action. We're gonna put more videos, and we're gonna post more videos. We're gonna post more photos. We're gonna do a lot.
Yeah, many people are asking us, why guys you don't post more frequently? Oh, I would love to see more the land or what you're doing, or I'd love to see yourself.
Yeah.
But for us, it's kind of not so much appealing to appear in social media or starting doing frequently videos. But because many people are asking about that, and people want to know more about this lifestyle, eventually to come over. So we decided to do a little bit more stuff so you can understand more about this. So
And we're
so
looking
yeah.
for a beautiful soul also who would like to do a little bit more of this to help us out on social media. And whoever else wants to post some videos pertaining to veganism or anarchism or nonconformity or living in nature, these are videos too that we appreciate. You know, people can collaborate with us. We can do so much collaboration with people. And this is the stuff that we need. We want to share this lifestyle with as many people as possible.
Yeah.
And this is another aspect of this. But without getting this video too long, we should start cutting it.
I just want to say also about the environment. It's
Ah.
perfect. It's not cold. It's not too hot. It's just perfect to be. Basically, we are mostly naked, but for the video, of course, we don't want to be banned or this kind of thing. So we wear some clothes, but you don't need any sleeves and long sleeves. You don't need jacket. You don't need this kind of thing. Sometimes it's a little bit cold, so you cover yourself a little bit more, but you can be perfectly naked and you don't feel cold or it's too hot.
Yeah.
Because there's so many trees, when the sun is so shining, you don't feel overheat. You don't burn. You know, it's so fresh. It's cool. It's nice. It's just perfect. So well, anyway, you had just to come over and to figure it out by yourself. What are we talking about? Get off from that nonsense from society. It's not made for the human spirit. We need to evolve, we need to enjoy, we need to be at peace, we need to be. So that's my suggestion.
So that's our 1 year in the jungle, our experience. Thank you for joining us at Peaceful Village Raw Vegan Healing Community in the place called Ecuador. Jungles, northern jungles of Ecuador. So that's really all we have to say. Visit us at peaceful-village.com to learn more about us and fill out the appropriate application if you want to come join us as a guest, volunteer, or future community member. Thank you for joining us. Bye, everyone.